some of you may have known about my continuing aggression against stupid gay sitcoms and shows that are so fucking badly put together. The acting is bad, the writing is so fucking bad, everything is so bad. They're just like, shit, is this all we can do? I mean, what happened to Will and Grace? That was a really good show. It was really well acted, it had good writing, and it had really good stuff, new stuff. I mean, it was groundbreaking stuff that we were watching back then. But now, we see these cookie cutter, plastic, not so funny, really just, I don't know what they are. I mean, they're just caricatures that are trying to portray gay people. And it's not funny, it doesn't work, and you get low ratings. And CBS did the right thing. I mean, here we have another stupid sitcom, and believe me, I didn't watch it because I was already told. And I watched a preview of this stupid show. I was like, what? You should have seen my face. What? You're actually going to air this shit on the air? You're actually going to call this a sitcom? You're actually going to waste money on this? You're actually going to put this on television? And you're going to make people watch this? Really? Wow, why don't we put cameras in my bathroom and film me taking a shit? That would be more entertaining than this crap. My crap is more entertaining than your crap. But CBS canceled, if you didn't know about this, CBS Cancels Partners, a sitcom with a gay guy and a straight guy. Supposedly they got together as business partners and they have this business. It was ridiculous. The writing was so off. The acting is so pathetic. And the creators of this sitcom, I mean, they tried their best, but they just fucked up. I mean, they were caught up in the whole, Will and Grace thing because, yeah, they were the creators of Will and Grace. What happens is that they try to transfer something that was already made. Not only that, I mean that you're recycling all stuff, but you're fucking it up even more with bad writers, and then fucking it up once more with bad acting. The fuck's the matter with you? I don't know what's going on in Hollywood. I just don't know. Or New York. I mean, all that garbage that's on television. How can people watch that and call it entertaining? I just don't know. If you want to create something that is really meaningful and really good, I mean, it's so hard. It's so hard now for Hollywood to produce something that is somewhat good, at least a C plus. Thank goodness you didn't have any of the stupid writers on that show, Modern Family. That show could have failed, and it's not failing. It's actually doing pretty good because it has a new promise. It has new characters. It has a new thing to it. It's just a lot of great shit has come out of that show. There are a lot of memorable moments. I watched that show many times. I haven't been watching it lately, but it's a very, very well written show, and the characters are really well developed. And there are a lot of moments in the show that I always remember, and that's what he wanted to do with the audience. He wanted to leave the audience with a good impression, something that they can remember from the show. Now I watch, what is it? The New Normal. Up to 5 episodes, and I couldn't stand it. I could not stand it anymore. I just couldn't watch it. I mean, the stereotypes and all this, gay, white, uber liberal, superb, all this typical, stereotypical shit you mix it up in the blender, and then you bring it out for all of us to digest. I mean, how can you actually pull this off and call yourself a producer or a writer or an actor? Because now Hollywood is no longer about creating good shit. You know, Hollywood now is about creating anything that we can pass off through the producers, through the executives. We can get the green light and get as many people to watch it as possible. And if it's fucked, then we just let it go, right? I mean, how can you do that? How can you just put garbage on, knowing that it's garbage, and hoping for the best? How can you? No, you put on something that's really good on television because you know it's good and it's gonna get ratings. No, but we have to do this. We'll copy Will and Grace, but Will and Grace is over. Will and Grace was the foundation for gay comedy, and you fucked it all up. You fucked it all. Just admit to yourselves, you producers, you fucked it all up. You have nobody else to blame but yourselves, and you can try to blame other shows or I don't know, but you're not gonna get away with this. And I hope that the next show to be axed will be the new normal. I hope that's the next one to go down the drain. Pretty much back to the dustbin of history. We want it erased, out of here, gone, over, axed, denied, rejected, everything. We want it away from television. Now, if you want to create a new television show about gay people, then get your best writers. I can help probably. I have a lot of ideas for a gay show. But get away from all this stuff that you're trying to portray gay people like, this is who we are, liberal and gay and white, and we vote Democrat. We know all this shit. What's so extraordinary about it, Not even gay people would watch it. Nobody watches this shit. I have a gay friend of mine from Mexico, and he watches anything that has gay people in it. And then he'll just cry, and then he'll be like, oh, that's so good. He'll applaud it and everything. He'll buy the DVDs of everything that has a gay person in it, or a gay character, and he'll buy it. He'll watch it, and he will say, "Oh, it's so great! It's so wonderful! It's so beautiful!" and all that. I mean, he's Mexican. He doesn't know shit. I mean, he's really Mexican. He's from Mexico. He got here 4 years ago. Yeah, because the place that he lived for all his life, he didn't have this opportunity to look at gay cinema or gay television or anything like that. So he comes to the States and he watches Logo and he says, oh, this is so great, Logo, you have a gay channel here. Yeah, we have a gay channel. Oh, that's so great. Now I can, oh wait, look at that hot guy. Oh, and he's so into it. And all these shows are fucking ridiculous. I've seen a way better gay Mexican TV show. I forgot the name of it. Oh, I have to look it up again. But even that is more entertaining. And even there, the acting's a little bit off. It's typical melodramatic stuff, that they put on these Spanish soap operas. Oh my God, I'm passing out. That kind of thing. But even that was a little bit more, better than what we have right now. And so my friend's like, oh, where I come from, we don't have this. I'm like, yes, because they know that they're smart enough not to try to do this, because if they fuck it up, the gay activists over there are a little bit more stringent than the ones over here. They'll get on their case, and I mean, it's just harder to write gay stuff over there in Mexico than it is here. Because over there, you're gonna have to be very careful how you portray gay people and all that stuff. It's just that's how it is over there. But over here, you can put whatever garbage you want, and that's fine. Call it, oh, this is how gay people live. The fuck is that about? No, this is how certain straight screenwriters portray us. Dumbasses. That's who they are. They call themselves writers. They should be chased out of Hollywood. Naked. How about that? Humiliated and naked. Their pants down to their ankles. Sucking on their thumbs as they walk down Sunset Boulevard. As we chase them out of town. That's what they should be doing. Chase these stupid writers out of town. No, but they get their writers' fees and royalties, and they get all this shit for what? For garbage? Oh, I wish I could knock some sense into my friend. And he spends all his money. He's a hard worker. He works for landscaping here in Phoenix, and that's really hard work, especially here in Phoenix. And he goes off. He works hard all day. He works like 10 hours a day sometimes, 10-hour work shifts. He makes good money. He makes maybe $2,000 a month. And he spends all this money. He lives in a small apartment, and he spends all this money on shit, on buying logo, direct-to-TV movies, and some of these movies you can find on the internet for free. And I try to teach him how to do that. He's like, no, but I want to buy it for me. I want to buy the DVD, and it has this extra bonus stuff. And all of it's, of course, translated into Spanish because he doesn't speak any English. And he's trying to figure, he's okay with it. Sometimes he will watch a whole movie without Spanish lyrics or translation or subtitles. He would just watch it like if he understood English. And I think he's learning some English by doing that too, but that's a good thing. But he's sitting there he's enjoying the movie, he knows what the movie is about, even though most of the shit that they're saying he cannot understand. If he's the typical viewer of these shows, now I understand why these shows are popular, or some of these shows, like Glee. Jose, what's wrong with Glee? I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that, but it's not one of my good shows. It's not really on my, on my A list. But he also bought the whole collection of Queer as Folk. I remember about a month ago. So I started watching that. He has to catch up to the whole series, and I'm telling him that this is way better. Queer as Folk was actually the best written gay series of all time. I can say that for sure. That, and of course, Angels in America was really well done. The HBO series. I try to be as patient as I can with this guy, and I try to teach him and educate him that, hey, this is how comedy should work, and in America we actually write things before we film them. In Mexico, most of these movies, they don't even write screenplays for them. They just go ahead and shoot them. Yeah, they don't have writers. They just have a director that tells them, okay, you're going to do this and this and that. I'm like, what? No, you should be writing this stuff ahead, and you can know what the story is about. I don't know. That's what they do. And some of these, really cheap action movies, with Mario Almada and David Jorge Reynoso. Oh God, these movies are so fucking horrible. I don't want to get into that. They're made with camcorders and stuff. I don't mind the technical inequalities, or I don't mind that. But if you're gonna make a movie, even on a camcorder, I don't care if it's an old, big old VHS camcorder. I don't care. Make it good. Have the acting be good. The writing be good. The storytelling be good. Once you got that down, I don't think you have anything much else to worry about. Yeah, some basic technical stuff. But, if the acting is really good, the writing is really good, the storytelling is good, the directing is good, it will play by itself. But it looks like everybody's so infatuated with the technical side, with trying to get new cameras and making it into 4D, 3D, whatever it is. Why can't we just make good stories? Why can't we do that? Why is that so hard these days? Again, I ask myself, why is that so hard? Why are producers, like, when they read good stories, they just laugh it off, like, ooh, maybe someday I'll film that, you know. But then they go straight to the garbage. This is cool, this is hip, this is what we're gonna do now. Like, no. It's not cool, it's not hip, stupid, not funny, and it should just be shelved. And now that they cancel Partners, thank goodness for that. So proud of these people. There is a sense of hope. But of course, they had to cancel it because of the ratings. The ratings were just hideous on this show. I mean, this show got, thank goodness. But the people in other networks, I think they're being oblivious. I don't know. I mean, try to do something like what Modern Family did. You know, Modern Family, they pushed the boundaries and they did a lot of new stuff on that show. Well, it was a new kind of comedy that I haven't seen, and it's really good, and it's really funny. You know, I gave that a B minus, that show, and that's a really high grade that I gave. You know, not that many shows get A's under my book. So, oh, and then my friend, the same guy I'm talking about, he bought the DVD for Noah's Ark. Oh my god, I was like, and he wanted me to see it with him, and I'm like, dude, no, I already seen this movie. It's a hideous movie. It's badly written. The acting is so far off. It's really hideous. It's a hideous show, but it's like, but it's gay black people, and I want to see that. I'm like, go ahead, see it, but it's not a movie. It's not something I can call a movie. But he was well entertained. He laughed, and he was into that movie. Well, let me just say with all honesty, this little friend of mine, he's very simple-minded. I mean, he's not that complicated. And I'm pretty complicated. I'm very picky. I mean, when I see something that is really bad, I'll call it out. And I don't care if it's a gay movie or whatever. Because a lot of these gay people think, well, at least we have a lot of exposure, that we have these gay TV shows and we have all these gay movies and all that. Yeah, but look at how they're doing it. They're fucking it all up. How can we call that something that we can say with all honesty that we're proud of that kind of stuff? We can't be proud of shit, garbage like that. Anyways, I was supposed to talk about Partners, but it's all the same thing. Partners is been canceled. Thank goodness. Move on. Okay. And CBS, they did the right thing. They pulled the plug on this dying patient and just move on. Just move on. People like my friend are not going to understand. So, and no, there's nothing going on between me and him. Okay. He's at another level. I'm at, we're totally at odds with something. With he grew up differently. He grew up in a harsh environment, and I have a different background. And he's way younger than me anyway. He's 19 years old, so it's like it's not gonna work. But he's a nice guy. It's just that he's so gullible, and he's so easily entertained, and that's fine. He has a good life, and I think that's good to have. But at the same time, you should know what's good and what's bad. Have some taste. That's all I have to ask. Taste. Have some quality in your life. Don't just take shit in because it's there, because we need to. Anyway.